So finally, after probably about 3 months of searching, I was able to find a GT instrument cluster. Now, I bought it off eBay, and the guy said the bezel glass was cracked and it was detached. So I took one off my old V6 and just swapped it over to the new GT one. Another thing is these covers get old. They get like some kind of haze on them, almost like your headlights, but not as dramatic. So the only thing I did is use some rubbing compound and it cleaned it up real nice. So I'm going to install this in the car and make sure everything works on it. Really the big thing for me is the tach. The V6 tach won't work with the V8 ECU. I read online something about some cycle count, but if any of the other, maybe the anti-slosh or the temperature gauge doesn't work, I can swap that module out of my V6. The main thing is I'm hoping the speedometer works and the tach. I know the speedometers are a common issue with the plastic gear that goes out on these things, but if that's not working, I can swap that out. My V6 one. My V6 one is working, so we'll get this in and see how it works. All right, got the instrument cluster in. Everything works. Had to change out a couple of bulbs, but no biggie. Next thing is to remove this big ass tach. Can't really go for that sleeper with this big tach sitting right here, so I can finally get rid of it. The tachometer did not work on this new cluster, but what I did is swapped out the old tach, and I'm running a aftermarket ignition system MSD, and it has a dedicated tachometer wire to run an aftermarket tach. So what I did is I ran that wire from the MSD to the tachometer wire on the instrument cluster. So now I can get it to start. Well, of course the car start, but I can get the tach to read, but it's not reading it correctly. But here's the thing, with the motor off, you can see the tach is at 500-ish RPM. I turn the key, it jumps to 1,000. If I start it up, it jumps to 2,000. So it's reading RPM, because if I give it a little gas, you can see it move if I give it some gas. So it's getting some kind of feedback, but the calibration is off. So what I'm gonna try to do is see if I can play with setting this needle correctly, because I did have to take the needle off, and I noticed when I took the needle off, it kind of messed up where it was. So we're gonna play with that a little bit and see if I can get it close. I have my what's this, binary audio running right now, so I can kind of see what RPM the car is actually at. So I can try to play around with this needle and set it and see if I can get it close. So right now I think I got it pretty damn close. Binary editor is reading around 800-ish. This could be about 900, so I'm happy with that. Just give me the ballpark. So in recap, I just used the tach wire for my MSD ignition, ran that to the tachometer pin on the back of this dash cluster, and I was able to get this tachometer to work.